Disclaimer: Rythmagica have sent these controllers for free to me for review. However, the opinions shown and discussed in this video are mine and mine alone. They have no say in what's said in this video, nor are they watching it before it goes live. Without further ado, let's get started. Hello everyone, today we're going to be going over Rythmagica's TDC10 in today's video. This is a more budget-oriented option for a home pro-level sort of controller that has some incredible advantages compared to what other drums in its price bracket have available. Punches a lot further above its weight than what you'd expect for its very humble price. So we'll be going over a few things, including other drums on the market. We'll be unboxing the device and looking at what's included alongside additional accessories. We'll also be looking at features, both the built-in application as well as multi-platform sort of support, and then kind of just my general opinions. So let's get started. It's worth mentioning other options available on the market aside from the TDC10. Namco's own Taiko exists. They're known for providing not the best play experience. They're built entirely out of plastic. They serve as a very basic option for very casual play. They're quite loud, very toy-like in how they feel. Several models exist, the main ones being the Nintendo Switch one, with other options for Xbox and PC alongside PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 and PC. For what you get out of these, the price tag of between $70 to $100, depending on the model you get, isn't great in terms of value. Becomes even worse if you're looking to play on multiple platforms. So if you have several consoles, you may have to buy several drums. For example, if you have a PS5, Xbox, PC and Switch, you're going to need at least 3 to kind of cover that. Moving up the price ladder a bit, you have the EAN Pro Max. Not much really is known on this one, outside of a larger drum diameter, 35 centimeters, and the fact they're trying to provide a more arcade-like sort of drum experience. Though from what I've heard in terms of reviews, the latency, compatibility, and other factors such as how it plays in-game isn't great. You'll see on screen here, the actual page for the product, and it does say it costs $165, but it does have a fake discount, or what seems to be a fake discount applied, which doesn't help the already shoddy reputation this one has. So moving on from the EAN, we have 2 other notable options available. These being the most expensive, but kind of provide the truest sort of arcade feeling in how they properly replicate the arcade drums in terms of build quality and how they feel to play. Firstly, the Taiko, created by Yizong, someone who's an active member in several Taiko communities. This is arguably the gold standard of Taiko drums on the market, providing the most arcade-like feel. And in terms of playing, from my own experience, playing both on official arcade drums in Japan and alongside my local arcade, which uses the Taiko, they're true arcade replicas. It's got 2 models, starting at $379 if you want just PC support for a standard model, or for a truer to arcade pro model at $550 for just basic PC support. However, one of the biggest drawbacks with the Taiko is its very high delivery costs, as well as the fact that getting support for other platforms does cost extra money. And then finally, Yuancon's Taiko Force Level 6. They're quite similar to the Taiko, so there's not much to really say. However, it's kind of now the less looked on option, because it is more expensive with less features available. It does have basic PC support, starts at $466, and like the Taiko, it's an extra $100 for shipping to Europe and America. So it is a good option, and did used to be the community's go-to. However, the Taiko kind of has taken that spot because it's better value and also provides a better experience in terms of support from for the community, as well as just general feel, general build quality, stuff like that. Knowing what's available and how much it costs is crucial to understanding the value that the TDC10 does provide when being compared to these other options on the market. So, moving on. So, change of scene. We're going to be having a look at what is included inside of the box for the TDC10. So you got the box here, obviously mentioning what devices it's compatible with, and also information on the product. Then information on what you get in the box. So you get the controller, drum stand, drumstick, USB cable, and then even a Type-C converter, so for use for things like an iPad. And then also you get the screws for the evasive mounting holes as well as a user manual. So leave that there. And then let's open this up. So what you get is the Rythmagica carrying case for the actual drum itself. That's one of like the nicer things about this is its included carry case. So empty box, and then pretty much everything that is important is inside of here. So one sec to open that up. So here what we see on top is the drum. So it's got a 10-inch diameter. It's got a small portable compact design. So if we want to take this out of the tape, so here we have the user manual in both English and Japanese, and then once again here we have the drum. And then on the side you've got 2 USB ports, so depending on what you're doing you'll use either one of these. For the most part it's kind of A is for like hooking up to a console, and then B is kind of for like the additional controller accessories. And then 2 layers, and then further down below you've got the stand, you've got wrap for the battery, you've got 2 battery here, and then here is your USB A to A cable for the controller alongside your Type-C to USB-A adapter. One thing I have noticed is my other TDC10 has a different adapter included in the box, so it might kind of just be whatever they're laying on hand. Pretty cool either way that they do include an adapter. It does seem to be relatively good enough quality for this sort of use case as well. And then here we have the actual drum stand. So if I move this kind of over to the side, you've got a screw that will be used to put the stand together. There we go. And then how the stand connects is slots in like that. Right, there we go. And then that screw just slides right in. And then this keeps the stand secure. And then pretty much just line up the notches so that it just sits and rests like this. And then turn that around to face the camera. It literally sits and rests like this. So yeah, that's pretty much everything you do get in the box. And then the included drumsticks as well. Pretty nice feel. And then one kind of nice thing as well is because you get to wrap them yourself, and obviously this black bit is to secure the tape after wrapping it around the sticks. Personally, I would prefer pre-wrapped just because it makes it easier on the user's end, but everyone has different preferences. And then this here, no clue what this is for, so that's also in there. Moving along, I'm going to pop everything aside, and then we're also just going to have a quick look at the other additional accessories. So this is the SNES controller for the TDC10. The nice thing about this is for games like Rhythm Festival, you can quite literally hook it up and then use this to navigate the menus. And then the other nice accessory included is the RM Wii adapter. So this right here is an adapter to hook the controller up to a Wii remote for use on Wii and Wii U, and for all supported platforms. I'll kind of give an explanation on that kind of later on. Price-wise as well, while these are currently on sale, both SNES controller for controller navigation in menus and the Wii adapter are both on sale for $15. Normally it's around $20. And then on top of that as well, you can get extra Rythmagica sticks for the same amount of money. So that's also good to keep in mind if these ever break, because the thing is, batteries are consumable products because you're literally bashing them. So moving on, one of the nicer features of the TDC10 is its application support. So how that works is, instead of say having like an E-box with the higher end drums, or kind of on like the lower end drums like the Horis and like likewise, you have an application that you can install on either iPhone or Android devices, which gives you full customizability on things like drum sensitivity. You can kind of like adjust things like how it works, which sensor specifically is more sensitive, less sensitive, or the overall drum experience. I'm gonna show a screen recording up here now of both the Android and iPhone apps side by side, and I'll just be kind of going through them just to show what the app has. So you'll kind of see here what you'll be greeted with when you first open the app is kind of a gamepad. This allows you to control the game without using a controller, though of course depending on what console you're using you do have the option of plugging one into the drum anyways if you do prefer that. But if you want kind of a more cleaner setup, you can use your phone to navigate the game, select songs, etc. So you'll see here we have settings, and this lets you change a few things. So for example, the game detection, so you have multiple options: Switch, PS4, Rhythm Connect, which is specifically for the iPad, PC, which would be, you know, anything like simulators, Rhythm Festival, Drum Master, etc. Wii and Wii U, which will connect directly with the sold separately accessory, and also Xbox, so it does support Xbox One and Series as well. And then arcade game mode, how that one works is if you hit the drum harder, it will do a double input, like as in left and right, kind of how on arcade if you hit the drum hard, it will do a big note. Like if you hit the drum hard for big notes, it can do that instead of you having to kind of hit both like that. And then you have sensitivity config, which I'll show here, so you can actually adjust the drum's overall sensitivity. I think I have it set to 10 just because that's what I prefer. And you can also amplify each individual sensor as well. So for example, if, you know, left on it's a little too, it's like not sensitive enough, you can boost just that. Then even for the big note in arcade mode, you can do the same thing. And then enable keysync, I'm not actually sure what this feature does. I think it might just be like when you hit the drum, it might play a sound or something through the app. Then at the bottom, it'll tell you the device name, which would be TDC10, the firmware version, and then this is where you can update it as well. And then also the current version of the application as well. I think generally the app is probably one of the strongest features of this, giving like full customization on how the drum can actually work in game, like being able to change certain things. Also, I think on keyboard, on the PC mode as well, you can also adjust which keys it does. So for example, if you're doing like a simulator where player 1 is X amount of keys, player 2 is X amount of keys, that sort of thing. With that in mind, we'll be moving on and showing the general support on consoles, which ones work, what games are supported. I'll be showing a montage kind of each platform and their support. I've been playing with the TDC10 now for about 4 or 5 months, mainly using it between my PC and Nintendo Switch. Some of the things I genuinely do love about the drum is its size. It's very compact, something I could easily take between here and a friend's house to play Taiko with, no problems. It also plays very well on, like, say, the Taiko. It's genuinely a very fun drum to use for both myself and friends too. I can easily play high-level songs with both the included battery and my own battery that I tend to prefer to use, and drum rolls play great as well. The fact that it's multi-platform too makes it kind of a no-brainer compared to, say, options like the Hori. Being able to use it on any platform is a very freeing experience, unlike other options. And with the drum having its own app as well and firmware updates, it means whenever a new console comes out or any problems, they can be fixed with a software update. Honestly, the only real sore points I do have with the TDC10 is the Don and Kaz zones. What I've noticed is the Kaz zones at the bottom tend to be very large compared to, say, like a Taiko or something, or the actual real arcade drums, where it's kind of like the Don zones are large and the Kaz zones are very small. And another unfortunate thing I noticed while playing is that on console it does seem to have a lower polling rate. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but when playing it tends to feel a little unresponsive compared to playing on PC, which plays amazingly. I do hope though that that specific issue can be fixed with an update. Other than that though, I do really have no qualms with the TDC10. It is genuinely one of the best drums you can get. Some exciting news I do have to share though, for people looking to get an arcade-sized controller with these sort of amazing features. There was a Kickstarter campaign for the TDC10, a 17-inch drum which is arcade-sized with a higher quality material, bill of materials as well, ceramic sensors, steel support plate, and also full-size professional sticks as well. And honestly, the price there is honestly amazing. Kickstarter finished and smashed all expectations. You should look to see it coming out around March, April time for only $299. A link to the TDC10 will also be mentioned in the video's description. So to kind of conclude, the TDC10 is genuinely an amazing drum for the price, an incredibly flexible drum that, despite some of its shortcomings, plays incredibly well. If you're in the market for a small, compact drum that can be taken and played anywhere with an arcade-like feel, this one is the one to pick up. It smashes like the basic Hori drum out of the water for only $50 more, or less even depending on the model of Hori drum, and genuinely my time with it has been great. I'd also like to say that if you use code KANAN, you can get 20 Singaporean dollars off the price of the TDC10, which would be about $15 off the already greatly priced drum, getting that difference of price down even further. I'd like to say, once again, I'm incredibly thankful to Chris and the Rythmagica team for not only providing me with 2 drums to review, but also being incredibly nice and accommodating with my questions, concerns and feedback. So that's all. Thank you all for watching.